I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It's okay. Nigel Farage. I've just seen a tweet. From Nigel Farage, and anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of Nigel Farage. Nice French-sounding name, Nigel. Lovely. He helped us achieve Brexit, which many think is a terrible thing. I don't. I'm glad that happened, and I was never pro-Brexit party. Nigel Farage, of course, left the Brexit party when Tommy Robinson became it wasn't that exact time. I think there was Mark Meacham and Carl Benjamin were coming on board, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm out of this." And then, of course, a new advisor was Tommy Robinson. And now Tommy Robinson, of course, made the video supporting voting, again, all his fans and followers to vote for the Reform Party. So there's a lot of activists out there following Nigel, very, very active in doing whatever he bids. And if one of those things is going to a website to vote for him to be the best television presenter that's ever lived in the UK, they'll go and vote there. And unfortunately, people like Susanna Reid don't have a political following like that, so they can't win. They're not going to win. He'll win every time. Nigel Farage, of course, television presenter slash now an elected official in the House of in Parliament. He's in the House of Commons. He's accountable to Clacton, a town he's visited all his life. He knows all the back streets, knows all the locals, and he is very well known there. And I think he smashed it in the elections. Now, Nigel's so driven by Clacton that he, before he decided to stand, because Reform were not doing so well, Richard twice, you'd have to ask Isabel Oakeshott about whether it's that. But that sharp is Isabel Oakeshott being Richard Tice's girlfriend, and also the PR person for Reform Party. But if you look at her Twitter bio, she's also a journalist, of course. So the trusted career that is journalism. We must get the word journalism back. We really must. Anyway, I'm rambling. Nigel Farage was interviewed by Emily Maitlis, and I just spotted it on Twitter, and I had to. And it's glorious. It's glorious. You see, what happened was Nigel said before he was going to be running for Reform, I'm having nothing to do with that. I'm a TV presenter now. Ofcom were saying, "Oh, you're a political guy. You shouldn't be on telly." He'll say, "No, I'm not political. I'm a TV guy now. Look, it's my award. Here's my award. I'm multi-award winning now." And then, of course, immediately he says, "No, I'm not a TV presenter." I'm going into Trump mode. I'm not a TV presenter. I'm a politician now. I'm just the honorary president of Reform. I'm nothing really to do with them. And of course, Reform Party Limited are, in fact, an actual. Let me see. That's the free. Not them. Let's go back. You can see I've been doing some digging, but if you go back, you can see that Reform Party are a limited company. This is their government website. This is probably their accountant. I don't know. There's Nigel. He's the director. Some other names there. But there's Richard Tice. And I was scrolling down through this, by the way, and I found this guy, and I thought, oh, he's a director. He's got 9 appointments. So what's this one here that's still active, it says? Freedom of Association Limited. And I was scrolling through the people who are in this. This is all publicly available, so I don't care about the addresses. It's all publicly available information. So I couldn't give a toss. But I was going through this, and it just made me laugh, which is the only reason I'm sharing it, is that down at the bottom here, Norris McWhirter was one of the directors. He resigned, obviously, because he died. Norris McWhirter, if you don't know, was the... Norris McWhirter was the guy from Guinness Book of Records. We used to see him on Guinness Book of Records all the time, and we love Norris McWhirter. But the Freedom Association, of which Norris McWhirter was the director, also still have links through to Nigel Farage and directors who are potentially maybe helping out a little bit. They were against. They tried to stop the Mandela concert happening because they didn't want somebody who was. See it down here. They threatened to seek a legal injunction against the BBC to prevent the broadcaster from broadcasting the brilliant Nelson Mandela 70th birthday tribute at Wembley Stadium. They objected to the possibility the broadcast would include a message from Mandela or other anti-apartheid propaganda. The threat was dropped. They were pro. They campaigned against identity cards. Anyway, that is them. This is now. I'm talking about Emily Maitlis and Nigel Farage. But the interview that happened was this one here. If I can just share it with you, and I'll put myself in the picture too. Hello. It's just Dan Hodges, who I like. Says there's a lot you can criticise Nigel Farage for. Going to the United States for 2 days isn't one of them. Dan, is that all he was doing? He just went to the United States, looked at it, went up, Statue of Liberty, had ice cream, came back. Is that what he did? It's an oversimplification of what's going on. And they're out there anyway. This is a great story. Why is Nigel Farage going out to America? Now, bear in mind, Nigel said that he was not going to be involved in politics. He's going to be. He was even thinking of leaving to America and becoming an advisor to Trump, and that was all part of the plan. But then he did, and he was going to make millions doing that. Public speaking, all those events. He would have made an absolute fortune doing that. Because he isn't so bothered about what's going on in the UK anymore. He's like, oh no, I'm off to America now. See you later. I know I'm sounding cynical, and I don't mean to, because I don't not like Nigel, right? But it's very interesting what's going on, right? So he said he was going to go out there and seek his fortunes. Nigel got $1 million for doing the jungle. He is, you can't imagine how it feels to be, everyone wants you, everyone wants a piece of you. So your ego goes whoop. And eventually you end up buying a bright blue suit. Anyway, he's now achieved the kudos of being in Parliament, and they've got an upward hill fight to go on there. And I can't wait to see what they do and what they say. Bear in mind, as I've just shown you, the Company's House, the Reform Party Limited are a private company. Are they got shareholders? They've borrowed money. They've borrowed about 600,000 to 900,000 from another company, and some of that money didn't go to paying Nigel when he was president, but it'll be going to pay him now. I'd imagine wages to other people is where the costs have gone. You can go look up their financial history yourselves. But then but now he's just popped up to Clacton. Suddenly Clacton is his massive passion. And he won. And now he's supposed to be representing Clacton. These are his constituents. And he's supposed to be concerned and worried about them and talking to them and arguing, what they want in Parliament. But what's he do? He goes to America and straight after Trump's been shot. Talk about opportunistic. He says this is always part of the plan, but that awful thing that happened to Trump, that appalling thing that happened when a man died, and Nigel's like, oh, off I go. Nobody's asked him to go. Well, let's watch the interview and find out with this Emily Maitlis interview, who I don't necessarily like.
Nigel Farage.
But it is so much fun to watch this. Let's have a look. Okay. I'll try not to talk.
Nigel Farage, what are you doing here?
It's been a busy day. King's speech this morning, and here, well, I had to come. I mean, Trump, I've been friendly with him for...
I'll shut up. He's trying to do the look at me globetrotter type thing
all these years, and he's just survived an assassination attempt. So I thought I'd come and say hello.
Did he ask you to come?
There were people around him that thought it would.
He kind of asked me. There were people around him, next to him, who said, you should really come through, Nigel. We've got to discuss the contract of getting you speaking in November. We've got to plan it. There were people around him who said I should come.
It was the right thing that I came.
I thought you were
the right
giving all
thing.
your time to Clacton now as its newest MP.
Yes.
Well, I'm allowed to come to America on a trip like this.
Yeah, you're
particularly
allowed
in these
to.
circumstances. I mean, I had planned to come originally
I know
to
you did.
America and to be here for a few months. And I made a decision,
really?
no, I'm going to run for Clacton. But
months,
given
it's
the
also vague.
circumstances, it was right that I came.
It's the right.
'Cause at
that
one
came.
point you said
For who?
you wouldn't be running in Clacton because you wanted to give your time to the US, but
Oh,
now
no,
you
his media
are the new
brain is
Clacton MP,
spinning.
but are here
Smile.
in the US just
You hate
2
her,
weeks after
by the way,
getting
Dad. You
elected.
hate her.
Because
They
this
hate each
feels
other.
more exciting.
No, I'm just here for a couple of days.
Just
That's
a couple
it.
of days.
That's it. I'll be
Couple of
back
days.
at the weekend. And no, I mean, look,
couple of
what
days.
happened on Saturday was could have been
sad
the
face.
most disastrous event.
Smile gone.
But why did he need you?
Well, that's a matter for
Hold his
people
hand.
to answer. Not
Change his
me.
bandages,
No,
maybe.
listen, it was right that I came.
It was right. That, for me, is the extraordinary thing to say. It was right that Nigel Farage went to America. It's shocking. What happened to Trump is appalling, but I think pretty low down in his priorities in terms of like him spending time with his family, recuperating, mental health, all these things. What he doesn't need is Nigel Farage. The guy is, Trump's doing super well in getting himself re-elected, and that's before anything happened to him. When he stood up and shouted fight and punched the air with blood splattered down the side of his face, that guy won over so many people on the left. But Nigel Farage says, even after all that, it was right that Nigel Farage representing Clacton in England. Get Nigel Farage from Clacton. We want to hear what the people of Clacton want and think. It's hilarious. I mean, it's not hilarious. I'm very cynical
Right for
about
who?
it.
It was the right thing to do. I have friends. I don't know whether you do or not. Maybe you don't.
She doesn't have
I
friends, Nigel. What, passive-aggressive,
and when they're
smiling?
when they're in having a tough time, it's right to go and support them.
And
Telephones,
is that the sense you've got that he's having a tough
faxes.
time right now?
I still use fax. Send a
He
fax of your
died.
face looking sad. What? Hold on. Sorry, I missed
Do you
that.
think he's having a tough time right now?
Sorry, I've got to go back.
nearly
It's so
died.
good. Nigel thinks this is a win doing this.
He nearly died.
Right. God, sorry. It's the best.
I don't know whether you do or not. Maybe you don't. But
Passive
I have
aggressive.
friends, and when they're in having a tough time, it's right to go and support them.
And is that the sense you've got that he's having a tough time right now?
He nearly died.
Right.
Do you think he's
And?
having a tough time right now?
He nearly died.
The thing is, what?
And do you think that's changed him? Do you think...
Sorry. What Emily doesn't appreciate is that Nigel will be able to share the experience of having a milkshake thrown over him and the horrors of that and say, I know exactly how you feel, Mr. Trump, President Trump. I know exactly how you feel, former President Trump, Mr. Trump, sir. I know exactly how you feel because I, too, have suffered from terrorism. For a shake of the milky variety has been thrown over my face several times. And I know the horror that you and your family must be going through. There could have been something bad in that milkshake. Throwing acid over people, any of that, throw these people in jail. I don't have a problem with custard pie in the face. I think it's annoying. I think it's a troll. I think it is it's very social justice warrior-ish to say, oh, don't touch me, it's assault. You're assaulting me. Oh, officer, you can't touch me. Because we've now got to the stage where you can't do that. You can't put your hands on anyone. You can't do anything. That was the social justice warriors' idea to start doing that. And now it's a thing that people on the right have adopted. And as far as I'm concerned, a milkshake is, the person should be arrested for harassment, for damage to clothing, for humiliating somebody, perhaps. But apart from that, it isn't. What I'm saying is, it isn't as bad as what people make out. But the thing is, good news for Trump is that Nigel Farage is on his way to point out to him that it is. Let's have a look.
I mean, you must have spoken to him if you're a good friend.
I think that he's obviously very thoughtful about what happened. A dramatic failure of secret. I mean, really dramatic failure of Secret Service, who normally are
Sorry, can I just point something else out?
What they do.
She's got Taylor Swift bangles on. Just letting you know. These I believe to be are Taylor Swift bangles. Why is she going to concerts for children?
So I'm here to show support for him.
Just tell us one thing. Have you seen Liz Truss here?
News Agents USA.
Are you looking for her?
No.
I'm looking for Liz Truss.
Would you like to see her here?
I would see anybody that's friendly. I mean, I'd be very happy to meet.
That's not an answer.
I believe she's.
The thing is, right, I'm gonna stop it there. The thing is that what gets me is the lack is the doing mainstream media-y things about it, and the manipulation, the twisting, the squirming, the slipperiness of it all. I see it in the right, I see it in the left, and I can't. I'm not going to make much money from hating on everybody on both sides. Last night I said something about Meacham. Mark Meacham posted a tweet where he said he brought up his trial again, and I said, yeah, but your joke had 93 punchlines where you basically told, which was gas the Jews, right? That was, I think, no, not 93, 23, but apologies, 23. Apologies, Mark. And he responded to that like, oh, you seat sniffers. Bringing that all up again. He brought it up, and then all his bum chums all came out, all his zeros, all his anonymous brave warriors started abusing me for saying, oh yeah, but there's context. Some mature ones said there's context, and I said, I know, but Mark didn't give a context, did he, when he brought up his comment? Here's the context, and I linked to a breakdown of the case. Which, you know, when you actually look at it, Mark doesn't actually come out super duper on top. And if there was a seat, then he would have been sniffing it, not me. Anyway, well, I'm going to get so abused. I'm going to post this on YouTube. I would be appreciative of your thoughts. What do you think of Nigel Farage Limited? Tell me what you think, and what a state of everything right now. It is just great, and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm sorry if you're getting madder and madder and madder by what people say about your heroes. Your relationship with these people is parasocial. They don't know you exist. They don't care about you. So why you care so much is weird. But by all means, carry on. Catch you later. See you in the comments. Bye.